Ridiculous is a word that understates the amount of money that revolves around the football players every year. But one gifted 17-year-old from Sao Paulo broke records, becoming the most expensive player in the world, and it shows. If it's still not ringing any bells, he's compared with Pelé, the legendary footballer, and some say he can prove to be better than Messi. Neymar Jr., now crown jewel of Paris Saint-Germain, he has become the most expensive footballer in the world. Coming from humble beginnings, this Brazilian footballer, at the age of 17, signed his first contract with Brazilian club Santos for around $1.2 million a year. In 2010, Santos rejected a $20 million bid for Neymar to join West Ham United in the English Premier League. He was just 18 at the time. Later that year, Neymar rejected an offer from Chelsea in the Premier League that would have paid him approximately $4.8 million a year. At the same time, Neymar was becoming an international star with the Brazilian national team. Neymar then agreed to a new 5-year contract to remain in Brazil, making about $4 million a year. In 2013, his pay scale raised massively when Barcelona paid over $120 million to acquire him from Santos. With a release clause of $295 million, the thought of any rival European club making a move for Neymar at this point was laughed off. Until, of course, French side Paris Saint-Germain took the football world by surprise yet again with a world record fee of $333 million. Sitting on the biggest bank in the history of football, Neymar currently rakes in a whopping $70 million a year, and that's before his sponsors like Gillette, Nike, and Beats by Dre chime in with a collective $29 million of pocket money. All this bank balance can afford him the lifestyle he's adopted, and it shows. He was reported to have purchased a yacht that cost $8 million secondhand. The yacht, Nadine 78, has 3 floors, 4 suites, and a jacuzzi. There's enough space for 65 people. Neymar keeps it in a marine in Santos, where he comes from. That's not the only amount he's paid. This luxury takes a mind-twisting $120,000 annually to maintain. Neymar seems to enjoy his investment, as he's often spotted on his yacht partying with his squad. His portfolio also has a luxury living space in Mangaratiba in Brazil. As with everything Neymar has, the place is lavish. He bought the house in 2016, and it was built in a 2.5-acre area in a private condo. It comes with 6 bedrooms and a gym, a tennis court, a swimming pool, a wine cellar that can accommodate over 30,000 bottles, and even a helipad. If you're wondering why he would need a helipad, well, continue watching the video to find out. His spending spree includes the purchase of a private jet, which he uses to travel from Europe to Brazil. The luxury jet Embraer Legacy 450 cost him around $15 million, which he's happy to spend. Neymar loves to party, and when it comes to his birthdays, he goes the extra mile to have an unforgettable night. This year, the PSG player had a red-themed party in Paris, and he looked thrilled during the celebration. The player rented the Pavilion Gabriel near the Champs-Élysées. Neymar has a very close relationship with his culture, so most of the 200 guests were Brazilian. Many of them were celebrities, and his birthday was all over the media in his home country. Neymar is conscious about his looks, and he should be, considering his public image. Now he is more like a model than a professional athlete. To add more aesthetic to his gorgeous smile, he spends over $40,000 on dental veneers to change his smile, which is no doubt flawless. When Neymar moved to Paris in 2017, he spent some months in a hotel until he found a perfect home. By the way, it was an expensive one. Neymar pays approximately $16,000 a month for renting this house in France. The 10,800 square foot house has 5 floors, a swimming pool inside, a sauna, a Turkish bath, and a pool room. Neymar is not the first celebrity to rent the place, though. It looks just as impressive as his house in Brazil. Before him, the legendary player Ronaldo and the French actor Gerard Depardieu lived there. Neymar loves watches and jewelry and never thinks twice before spending thousands of dollars. According to a report, he once spends $180,000 on Gaga Milano wristwatches. The player and the brand later teamed up in a partnership. Gaga Milano produced a limited edition inspired by Neymar, and each watch cost approximately $2,000. He is very generous when it comes to spending on his friends and family. The player is very attached to his close relationships. It doesn't matter where he goes, he brings his entourage. His parents, sister, his son, the mother of his son, and countless friends are part of the entourage. Many sources claim that Neymar often pays for the trip for many Brazilian friends. He seems to be generous with the people close to him. In 2017, he sent a private plane to an island in Brazil because his ex-girlfriend missed her flight. As we've seen earlier, Neymar likes to travel in style. There is no surprise the multimillionaire has a car collection that reflects that he's not a low-profile person. Among his collection is a Ferrari 458 Italia that costs approximately $230,000 and a rare MC12 Maserati that's worth over $500,000. There are just 50 cars of that model in the world, but Neymar also has an R8 Spider, which costs around $120,000, and several Audi luxury vehicles. Remember we mentioned a helipad at his residence? Although Neymar has a unique car collection, he doesn't drive to work anymore. In May, he arrived for his training for the Copa America in Brazil on board his new toy. Earlier this year, he bought an Airbus H-145, which is worth nearly $14.5 million. Neymar is a fan of Batman, and he customized the interior of the helicopter after his favorite superhero. If you had this kind of money, how would you spend it? Is a helicopter necessary? What do you think about his car collection? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and if you enjoyed the video, drop us a like and subscribe to the channel for more amazing videos to come. I'll catch you guys next time.